Good morning, good day. What's going on, you guys? My name is Selena Cordoba, and I just wanted to take a second to thank everyone that's supported Cordoba Organics or who's ever made a purchase. It really means a lot to me. I've been really busy, so busy that I'm striving to find more time to just share on social media, because when you really are in a zone of making about 100 to 200, 250 products a day, you start early and you end really late, but it's also just a mental meditation of just like allowing yourself not to be distracted with just, Twitter and small things that could really take time away from producing. So, my company's name is Cordoba Organics, and basically I make skin and hair care products for those that might not know or might not be familiar. Camera 2, I'm striving to get these into envelopes this morning, Saturday morning. Everybody's still sleeping, and I really use this time to basically throw everything into the envelopes and make sure they go out before 12 o'clock, just so I can, meet the mailman on time. The post office closes way early on Saturdays than any other day of the week. Okay, so I'm gonna go through these like water. Shampoo, this is the Aqua. Aqua is really dope. It's like a condensed conditioning shampoo that if you do want to skip conditioner, which is like the bilberry balm. I have a bilberry balm as well, it's called bilberry jam. I always say balm because that's just what I'm used to saying. Bilberry jam and the J jam. They're two really conditioning, detangling. As you can see, I have a lot of hair, and I never wanted to make stuff in like 2-ounce jars. Yes, 2 ounces are available in everything, but I also wanted to make them in big 16 ounces like so, just for people that have a lot of hair or that want things to last. So the bilberry and the J jam, two different concentrates of herbs. One has bilberry, goji, the other has spirulina, some kelp, amazing stuff to just keep your hair really clean and lint free, especially if you have locks. Boom, I'm going through these like water. The blue rice shampoo as well as the blue rice pomade, the pudding. These are the two labels for them. Basically, these are amazing because they promote hair growth, but they also have some concentrated herbs in them that are really scented amazingly and really dope. That goes along with the blue rice hairspray. The blue rice conditioning hairspray is a spray for those that might not want to wet their hair in the morning, especially if it's getting colder, like, cold seasons. You can't really take a quick 5-minute spritz on your head. So you just want to be able to drench and to hydrate and to basically give your hair the necessary, like detangling as well as conditioning and all that moisture and good hydration. Those three go together. Then you have, I'm going through these kind of quickly because I also don't want to bore people, and I'm starting to realize that people's attention span might not be more than like 10-15 minutes. I don't really like paying attention to stuff like that, but at the same token, I understand you can get bored, you want to look at other things, so I'm just striving to go through them. I shared the Sun Kiss over in the corner of my house the other day. This is the oil that you guys saw me applying. It really is amazing in just keeping your skin really hydrated and really like beta carotene, Sun Kiss, an SPF, natural SPF protection for when you're outside under the sun. Even when it's not really sunny, it's always good to have a little bit light of just a protection, a little light protection on your cheeks and on your face so that your skin doesn't get overexposed to the bad gammas and all that other stuff. So this is the butter, the pomade. If you don't really like an oil, I always try to do a camera 2 for people that might not want to have anything too oily on their skin. So this is the Sun Kiss and the Sun Kiss Thin. I did take some time to get dressed today. I wore this to do some yoga this morning. Again, it's Saturday, so it's really nice to just wake up and not have the regular day's agenda. Amor doesn't go to swim class he doesn't go to swim class on the weekends. So I take a little bit more time in the morning to deep condition my hair and to basically do yoga outside, because I usually do it inside in the mornings. So again, all I did, kept this on, took a quick shower, threw on some heels to make myself feel like, okay, you're not on some bum status. And again, I'm striving to, every time I look at a video, I'm like, I could have done this better. I could have hydrated my lips more. Little things like that. But again, when you're just in the zone, you're in the zone. So those are the two sun-kissed. Then you have the face washes. I tried explaining the difference between these. You can take a look on the website, again, cordobaorganics.com. I also make sure that my bangs aren't in my face when I'm on camera. Just to take a look at the different ingredients and the different herbal properties and why I wanted to give us variety. The banana face alchemy is really dope because I use this on my whole body this morning, actually, head to toe. It's great because it's really good for balancing hyperpigmentation and for just like little dark spots and just for like, you know, brightening your skin naturally without reducing the melanin, the melissomes and the melocrites that basically keep our skin brown. You don't want to bleach over time with chemicals, so I wanted to think of all like replacements that people are actually using all these alpha hydroxides and all these really burning. They will damage the epidermis of your skin. You don't want that to happen. So this is the banana face alchemy, and then I have the rose clay and the kelp help. The rose clay I use almost every morning. The kelp help I try to use at night just because it takes away more of the like just more of my sweat glands, more stuff like that I sometimes feel like would create, you know, just little breakouts. So if I come close, you can see that my skin isn't really broken out. It's pretty much hydrated and bright. And I'm a pretty dark skin girl, so you wanna, people are always like, oh girl, you're not dark. Let me tell you something, I'm not afraid or, you know, anti-darker melanin, darker skin. My skin absorbs a lot of vitamin D and it's just what it is. So I'll sweat a little bit more in the sun, and I like wearing things that don't necessarily keep me too oily, but that just are basically hydrating, because we can go through a lot just to keep our skin looking kind of shiny. So this is the rose clay, this is the kelp help. Really, really dope for just a variety. Again, the rose clay is so soft and gentle. Amor uses that every day, but he also uses the banana face alchemy. And he's been using like the cherry oil and the banana oil. Let me show you that. So I showed you the banana face alchemy, and then I have the banana argan face serum. This is a really, really dope, concentrated with banana peel and all this other goodness. It's got like 8 to 10 different herbal properties, as well as just hydrating oils. I don't use shea butter in any of my products. Sometimes people are like, why? Shea butter is so mass produced and it really doesn't blend down and melt the way that I like. Macadamia, jojoba, argan, just different butters I've noticed have different like melting properties. And shea is like, it's almost like melting beeswax. It doesn't really absorb into my skin right away. And because I have a lot of just, you know, natural scars, I wanted to really concentrate and focus on products that were gonna over time heal my hypertrophic keloid type scars on my knees from knee surgery and just other things like that. So I'm really into, you know, that's the banana, and then this is the cherry. The cherry in the 4 ounce comes in a larger plastic bottle. I try to cross my legs. I'm always like this, but I do that because of my hips, and I like keeping my hips pretty open. Anyway, and then the cherry 2 ounce comes in a medicine dropper. The same thing with the banana oil. I'm striving to have those like little specialty products that are really dainty and amazing in the 2 ounce glass droppers. But then when I think of bigger, I always try to think of, I'm gonna knock this down. Using it, I'm gonna knock it over, and I don't want any of our stuff to go to waste because I'm just trying to be on some glass dropper stuff. So that's the cherry and the banana. Then you have the Goji Guru. The Hair Magic and the Musical Hairs has a little bit more, I would say. The Musical Hairs, it's got mandarin, a mandarin base, along with like 8 to 10 different herbal butters, as well as about 4 different herbs in it, distilled and really concentrated in it, just to allow and promote for hair growth. But then, you know, I strive to think of, okay, over time, not many people might want to smell like rosemary and might want to smell like, you know, a little bit of peppermint, which really is what stimulates hair follicles and growth. You have peppermint, you have thyme, you have nettle, the marjoram is in it, all of these, the bay leaf is in it, black cumin seed oil is in the Hair Magic. So it really works, and it will start to promote hair growth in like a week. If you use something, you know, consistently, you'll see the difference in a couple days. And that's why I don't think that you can really choose wrong. You can't go wrong, but some people might not want to smell like that. Some people might want to smell like a little bit floral. That's where the manoi and the tiara flower and all that gardenia and all the rose comes into play. So the goji guru is a nice alternative for people that might not want to smell too medicinal with the Hair Magic and musical hairs. Then this is the vetiver bay. Vetiver bay is so dope because it's got concentrated vetiver in it, but it also, oh my God, it is really great for people that might suffer from ADHD, that might want to relax a little at night, that might want like a little bit of THC, I would say, on their shoulders and on their necks. This is also why it's in the Capricorn Body Balm, and it's just really great for people with joint issues. I wanted to create a camera too of the physical therapy, because physical therapy has got so much concentrated turmeric root, I mean the actual root, as well as just a lot of, you know, eucalyptus and neouli, like stuff that really helps with arthritis, as well as like your hemp seed and stuff like that. And it smells so medicinal. It's really great, but you know, for those that might not want to smell like eucalyptus, I wanted to create a camera too, and that's where vetiver bay, it's not as heavy and concentrated with all those healing and really like opening for the lungs. Ether is the same. Ether's got a lot of opening, eucalyptus, stuff that really heals and opens up your bronchial, your nasal, for those that might have a cold. Really, really dope. So that's, again, physical therapy as well as the ether. That comes with the 7 Heavenly Sins kit that kind of gives you a taste of everything. It comes with the Revive, the Victory Rose, the lemon, the coffee butter, all those, right? So variety is key. I also, this was a Hair Magic that I was talking about, the Hair Magic as well as the Virgo. The Virgo, let me tell you something, all the Zodiac butters and washes are interchangeable for those that want to really feel what herbs can do for your body, like what concentrated distilled herbs can really do for your skin, as well as your mind, you know, like your mental temperament. It really does play a role in so much. But then it was like, okay, how do I make this palpable for people that might not believe in all that metaphysical stuff? So I really, again, just from the Zodiac line alone, it's 24 products, because there's a wash and a balm for every month. So you go through every month, there's a wash and a balm. So just thinking of that last year was a huge commitment, because I wanted to keep them rolling, which is what I did. And just to, you know, those are 24 products alone. So yeah, the company, Cordoba Organics, I really wanted to expand, because I'm not, you know, a celebrity. I'm not someone who might have the same type of pull or the same type of support that some celebrities have, which they can just focus on like 5 or 6 products and they'll sell them for like $600. That to me was like exactly why I wanted to create a camera too for us, so that we still have variety and argan oil in every product, but that it's not $65. There's got to be a way, I said, that I can even utilize, you know, coffee and all these healing things, but I don't want to pay $85 for a 2-ounce bottle of something. Ridiculous. So that's the Virgo as well. Like this right here is the Cancer. The Cancer's got a lot of frankincense, lime, a little drop of vetivers in this, but this is the butter and this is the wash. All the gel washes can be used as bubble bath washes, because I put a little bit more saponified yanks, so that when you squeeze it into your bathtub, it creates a lot of lather. I like stuff that when I squeeze it in my hand, it lathers, whether it's in a washcloth or not. My cat is sneezing. So that's for the Cancer. Then you have, again, the Rosemary's Baby that comes in really big 16-ounce bottles with really huge stalks of rosemary that are really stimulating for hair growth. Rosemary, I cannot tell you how much the rosemary and the thyme and the marjoram and the nettle and the black seed oil really, really do help. There's also like 6 different herbs in here as well. I'm not gonna sit here and get into this because then you just sound crazy, but that is really a dope product. Along with the lemonade, I talked about, this is like a long lasting, amazing, it smells so good. And again, lemongrass isn't something that I really like using in a lot of products because it's really strong and it can break some people out. So I really only use a couple drops of that in the aqua because it goes great in kind of concealing the apple cider that's in this, which is really, really dope for those that really want to, again, just kind of take the lint out of their hair, remove it over time, just those little dusties. The lemonade really got a lot of concentrated lemon. I distill actual lemon just by peeling it. Really, really dope. Smells really light, really refreshing, really invigorating for those that might want a little wake up in the morning. That's the lemonade. Comes in, again, 2 to 16 ounces. This is the Shungite sanitizer. The Shungite hand sani is a little bit different than the Shungite makeup remover. Shungite's so dope, and I noticed that it really, really worked in like aloe. So I wanted to combine that in the makeup, which just basically has no essential oils. It kind of looks like this, but it's infused with lavender, fresh lavender. So it's really great for your pores, but again, it doesn't have any essential oils in it because you don't really want that on your skin when you're taking off your makeup. So, and trust, I asked women, even though I don't wear makeup, I did the due diligence in the research to just find out what would work the best. That's for that. Then you have your Gemini line. I'm sorry I'm turning around. This is one reason sometimes why I want everything to be in front of me, but then it just blocks. Okay, so the Gemini, again, has a little bit of fresh rosemary in this, really a little bit of lavender. So great for Geminis because it really does help with the mercury balance and just all the stimulus that might come through. Just thinking a lot, overthinking. Like Virgos, we can think and like things to be very detail oriented, which is exactly why I don't want to rely on a manufacturer for everything. Each product is so specific. If someone were to step to me, I'd be like, thank God I could get the help. But at the same token, there's so many little details, like infusing and putting a fresh little piece of rosemary in the Gemini. And this is the Gemini Body Balm, which is really, really smooth. You know, if you ever use any Cordoba Organics products, it literally melts into your body. Thank God there's no shea butter in it because you'd be rubbing there, like, you know, rubbing, and you sometimes have a white little film that I really wanted to avoid. So that's the Gemini. Again, the Libra line looks like this. The Libra line has infused helichrysum in it. The helichrysum is so dope and so, so needed just to beautify. You know, Libra ruled by Venus, the same thing with Virgo, Venus as well. I wanted to have something that was really special for our skin without having to pay $85. So again, it goes from 2 to 16 ounces. The Libra comes with the body balm as well. All of the Zodiac line. Every month you have a wash and a balm. You can switch it up. You can get them together. You can get them separate. There's options for each because not everybody might want to commit to all of that. So I strive to think of what I would want. I want to try the Virgo body balm with the Gemini wash. You have the capability of doing so. And then every month, like this month, there's kits. So I'm doing the Gemini kit that comes with both the wash and the balm, so you don't have to buy them separate. Pit stops. Oh my gosh, Amor and I and Daddy use this every day, and it is incredible because the Pit Stops has arrowroot, it has baking soda, but it is smooth like silk. And I wanted something like that because I noticed most baking soda products really irritated my underarms. Baking soda and just like those other products that are a little bit grainy, I didn't want to have that feel. So it's really like the silkiest deodorant, but it's thick still so you don't sweat it out. And that was a fine balance. It's amazing. It smells so good that, oh my gosh, I can't even, talk about it that much. The Aries, let me grab this because this is in the back. This is the Aries body balm. You can see that it's a big 16 ounce to go along with this 16 ounce. So dope because it has hibiscus. It's got hibiscus, totally different than dragon's root or dragon's blood. I use both in the Scorpio, along with a little bit of peppermint and some other great stuff. You can go ahead and read about that. But the Scorpio's dope because it really is like the lover's dream, and it really is great for grounding that root chakra and for just stimulating and keeping all of those gonads, all of those, you know, your sexual organs intact. It's really amazing. But then the Aries that might have a similar color, totally different because it's infused with the hibiscus, which will kind of give things a little bit of a pink hue when you start to know how to, you know, work with herbs for a while. And this is the Aries kit, really, really dope. Comes in the 16, and it also comes in a little 8-ounce bottle as well. Just a variety for us, right? So then you have the strawberry body balm, which is so incredible because it took me a while. This is one of the later products. It took me a while to figure out how to diffuse and basically make things smell like fruit without using any type of perfumes, which none of the products have, or any type of like things that would make our skin itch. I can't use anything with perfume or artificial anything in it. It's got to be scented with essential oils because it really does smell great, but I don't want to be itching in a little while because they have perfumes and all these other things in them. So the strawberry, as well as the blueberry body balm, as well as the peachade. The peachade is so dope as well because it has a lot of marjoram and calendula. Calendula is in the lemonade as well as the Victory Rose. Really, really great, and as well as the face. Face is a dope face balm because sometimes your kids, especially Amor, need something coming out of the pool that's really gonna hydrate his skin and really seal it from all those chlorine. And you know, people do a lot of stuff in the pool that we can't control. And you know, even though they encourage kids to get out, I still think of, you know, him sometimes swimming through other people's toxic waste. And I think of face as just like a band-aid for his skin coming out of the water. And it's infused with so many herbs, but again, a lot of calendula, a lot of chamomile, just to soothe those irritants. And I use face every morning on my skin, all the time. Before I apply Sun Kiss to it, I put a little face underneath my eyes. So dope. So that's that. I showed you guys that. Let me get this. Okay. Tepes cohuite. Such a dope healing herb for those that might have like psoriasis, eczema, a lot of just issues with breaking out, with their skin being really irregular. Tepes cohuite is a magic herb that really took me a while to figure out how to blend and use without it being barky, without it being, that might not make sense to people, without it being like harsh on our skin, right? So the Tepes, the body balm, as well as the wash is so good. I use it underneath my arms when I'm shaving. I use it on my legs when I'm shaving my legs because I don't, again, want anything. People talk about strawberry pores, strawberry legs. You know, a lot of that comes from diet. If you're eating a heavy meat diet, your pores are going to be more enlarged because it's looking for an escape from all that blood that you're ingesting from eating, you know, carcass, from eating flesh. And it's not to deter people, but it is really great to think of like, okay, if we can just minimize meat intake to once a week for those that do eat, you know, and then there's this huge wave of like a special diet for people, I forgot what it's called, I'm gonna tell you in a second, but for people that just eat like meat and like protein, meat, that can change how your body smells. So a lot of people sometimes ask about, you know, I have a certain scent and it's just a really pungent, it can smell really pungent and fishy. And it really is based on a hormone imbalance. And a lot of that comes from your body saying, hey, I don't want to eat pork anymore. I don't want to eat
Good morning!
Good morning, Amor! I don't want to eat turkey or flesh anymore. And that's huge. I love that you didn't come in camera because you are buck naked, my cutie. My son, he be sleeping with no clothes on. I love it. But that's Amor. Good morning, son. And this is the lazuli blue. The lazuli is so great because, you know, I wanted to think of another product that's really great for people that have broken out skin and that want to calm their skin and that want the essential oils in this are so dope. But you know, blue tansy is something that's such a rare essential oil that people actually use because it's really strong. You want to be able to make sure that you're diluting it so that you don't, again, like same thing with like tea tree oil. A lot of people think that it's great to just throw tea tree oil on their skin with no, like a little vitamin E drop underneath, but it will, it's an astringent, it closes wounds. It's an astringent, so you want to make sure that you're not stripping and actually really doing more harm to your skin. Sometimes people with like, you know, pumice and really exfoliating their skin. You could exfoliate your skin by making sure that there's specific herbs in it, especially the kelp help and the rose plate. They're natural exfoliants because how I, you know, make it, you won't feel any grain, but over time, because it's so smoothing, you don't even know that you're naturally kind of like giving yourself a really like a silk buffer on your skin. And that's something that I really wanted to highlight. Like, you don't have to use apricot scrub or like scrubs that really will end up, hi handsome, you look so beautiful. Scrubs that really, you know, will irritate your skin and cause more friction and just peeling and pulling. None of that. We want our skin to almost be like silk. So I think of things that not only feel like silk, but will work in the same capacity. Oh my God, thank God I was working with the air conditioner. You hear the difference? Now I can talk a little lower. But you know, people, my husband and my son love the AC on when they're sleeping. So that's like that little buzz that you heard. Now you hear how quiet and quaint it is. Of course, it's the last 3 minutes of the video, but again, you know, you want to just be able to have variety. I'm really a big believer in variety. And again, I don't have the luxury of necessarily just relying on 1 or 2 products to do the work of what, you know, an entire line can do. And I'm really grateful and thankful that I had the time to really think of how to expand and give people options. I'm really into options, and I'm really into just opportunities to say, okay, well, I might not be able to, you know, like pull a mil 5 of viewers, but I can have a certain core following that's gonna see over time what it feels like and what it's done for their skin. So I really wanted to just give thanks this morning, share a little bit, show a lot more, and just thank you guys for taking time to read the ingredients that are included in all of them, and why I really am an advocate of just herbs, and really taking my time to not think of, you know, products that had shea butter or had stuff in it that was really, that I didn't want my products to have in it. So again, the coffee bomb I didn't show, and I didn't show the tiger stripes today, but the coffee bomb is in here. The coffee bomb is really, really dope. It's got a lot of concentrated coffee in it. And that's the same thing with the Virgo. The Virgo has coffee in it, but it also has cardamom. And the cardamom is such a slept on product for anything. It's just really, same thing with sandalwood and saffron. Sandalwood and saffron is in the Aries, it's in the Libra, and it's in the Leo wash. The Leo butter and the Leo wash have a lot of saffron and sandalwood, as well as the Sun Kiss has little pieces, little flecks of sandalwood in there as well, because it's so good to have sandalwood and saffron in your skin for brightening and for just like, you know, balancing your pigment, like creating a smooth, glowy look even when you're not in the sun. You still want to kind of feel like that ruddiness is all throughout your skin, because that's actually what gives your skin this like afterglow without necessarily having to put makeup on or blush on. So again, for those that have taken some time, thank you. And for those that have shared with their family, I'm a high advocate. You can definitely share whatever you want, even if you're like, ooh, I didn't like the way the Rosemary's Baby smelled, but I did like, you know, I'm always like, for those who just speak negatively about things, there's alternates for people that might not want, again, that medicinal physical therapy scent. Even though these things work, I also wanted to like not dilute for those that are really looking for solutions with arthritis and with gout and with joint pain. The physical therapy, you rub that on at night, it's like throwing red onion in your socks before you go to sleep. It really, it like pulls, and it's so good, but you know, it's soothing as well. Some people love the smell of something like that, like eucalyptus and, you know, thyme and rosemary. It's not allergen, but for me, none of my products have patchouli in them because I'm allergic to patchouli and I really don't like working with it. So I really, you know, said, well, how can I do stuff that's, you know, just an alternative to a lot of other things that might be out there. So again, if you're looking for anything that's really a natural remedy that's going to work right away on, like, especially eczema. You know, a lot of people suffer from eczema, and again, those strawberry, all of those issues usually are from, you know, taking too much wheat flour in your diet, having too much just acidic things that aren't really working to help balance what your body might need. So you want to think of chamomile and you know, calendula and just really soothing jojoba and avocado and marula and just stuff that calms your skin and that's going to help also say, look, let me see what this is about if I eliminate meat from my diet for a month. You know, I don't eat meat at all, and it did take a while, but I do eat fish. I eat snapper, I eat shellfish sometimes. You know, like once every 3 months, I might, you know, treat myself to a little piece of lobster. You know, things in moderation. So yeah, some people are, oh my God, it's the bottom feeders, and I'm cool with liking a little bit of, you know, wild shrimp, them big wild shrimp. I'm cool with being able to eat that because I know, you know, how it makes me feel, and I do like a little balance. I like a little bacalao. I like some salted cod. So, you know, things of that nature might be like, oh my God, she eats. Yes, after breastfeeding and during breastfeeding, I wanted to make sure I didn't become anemic. So these things were really key to including in my diet so that I didn't lose my hair, so that my hair didn't become thin in certain spots, especially when you're breastfeeding. You know, I really thought about like how to put avocado in all of my products so that, you know, my hair would really stay, you know, growing and wouldn't become thinned over time. So for those that have tried, thank you so much. And if you haven't, please visit the website, tell your friends and family about it, especially if you're, you know, looking for like a natural perfume or a natural body spray. The Cordoba 22 is, they fly off the shelf. Those body sprays, I'm so grateful because I really, on some using testers and really figuring out what would stay pH balanced, but would also just, you want to spray it in your hair, you want to spray it on your body. I keep one in the car, so when I leave the car, I'm spraying myself to just protect. And it's wonderful. You can spray it on your face. The aloe in it, the real aloe, the real I mean, incredible. But again, things take time. And sometimes people are like, I don't got time for all of that. I don't got time. And so I created the time. I said, I want to figure out how to be able to contribute to what I want to see in my skin and hair. But it's not working in other people's products. So let me rely on self for a while and see how far I can go with really just giving us variety without them being, you know, a commitment of $500 to $600. People still got to pay car notes and mortgages. And for those that have homes, salute to y'all, because I'm literally saving to hopefully one day be able to not rent anymore. So all of these things are small goals, but over time, you find yourself growing and being able to say, wow, you know, thank God, you know, instead of getting tattoos, I might treat myself with, you know, a nice piece of amethyst and a nice gold chain. And I kind of thought of that, like, wow, those that get tattooed, I kind of like buying myself little pieces that I always really wanted, but these are kind of like my tattoos. I can take them off when I want, but, you know, there's something that's a permanent staple in my life of just being able to invest in things that I really believed in and I really wanted to see, you know, growth in my own life. So thank you guys for listening this morning. I'm gonna throw these in so that they get out on time, and much more, much love. CordobaOrganics.com. I'll definitely try to come through and share some more in a minute. Peace out.